Good afternoon. Today we have some information regarding an arrest of two persons out of New Jersey, and Lieutenant Vincent Walters will be giving us all the details. Vince.
Good afternoon. I'm Lieutenant Vince Walters, Washington County Sheriff's Office Criminal Investigation Division. Thank you all for coming today. Just wanted to update you and the public on a couple of arrests that we have made here at Washington County Sheriff's Office. A female by the name of Salma Al-Dakarim and a male by the name of China Goram Anwamir was arrested in New Jersey on October the 23rd of this year. The Washington County Sheriff's Office Criminal Investigation Division began a case of extortion in Washington County. This case led us to these two individuals in New Jersey. The Washington County Sheriff's Office investigators traveled to New Jersey, executing a search warrant at their home and subsequently taking them into custody. New Jersey took them into custody on a fugitive from justice. They then began the extradition process, and they waived extradition where they were subsequently transported to Washington County. These two individuals had their initial appearance yesterday in Sessions Court here in Washington County at 1:30, and the judge placed a $500,000 bond on each. Their next court date will be November the 30th at 1:30 p.m. here in Washington County General Sessions Court for a preliminary hearing at that time. Charges include extortion, theft over $60,000, financial exploitation of the elderly or vulnerable adult, also criminal impersonation charges.
Can you tell me how this scheme went down? Like, what were they telling the person to get the money?
It was through the internet, of course, and they were threatening the individual with court and basically it coming out about them talking to these individuals.
So there have been plenty of times, I think we've even reported reports as well, where that's come from the sheriff's office, like people are getting calls saying that they are impersonating an officer, don't answer that. What was different about this time that you put so much of your resources in to capture these individuals?
Well, we put as much resources into every case that we have, but the difference in this case is that the evidence was there. We were able to follow the money, and it led us to the New Jersey duo, and we were able to make an arrest. And that was the big thing, is the evidence was actually there.
And you were able to do this work by jumping jurisdiction because of the help of the other police department, is that correct?
That's correct. We enlisted the help of the Piscataway, New Jersey Township Police Department. They were super nice and super helpful, and we were able to join forces basically and see this mission through.
How rare is it that you're actually able to find someone when there's a situation like this?
Extremely rare.
Can you give an idea of, I guess, a proportion or how many times you've seen before you've actually caught somebody?
This is one time in 27 years. And the reason I say that is because the biggest thing is we don't usually find anybody in the United States. It's usually other countries, and of course our jurisdiction does not go to those other countries.
As you were saying, we hear about these warnings all the time about scams like this, but now you've caught two people doing it. What kind of message do you hope this sends to other scammers?
Well, I hope it sends a message that, at least here in Washington County, we're not going to sit along the sidelines and put up with it. Our citizens are valued. Our citizens of the United States are valued. The money is hard earned, and we are vigilant in finding these individuals if they can be found.
What sort of feedback did you get from the victim when you had told him or her that you would call these folks?
The family was excited about us being able to actually pinpoint someone or some folks, and make an arrest.
Will they get their money back, or do you know, is that a possibility?
We try in every way to make the victims whole as we can, but that is still in the process. So we hope to, but we can't always guarantee that.
What about, you guys going to another state to work on this case? That seems like, I don't know, is that something that's frequent, working with other departments, going to other places like that, or is that also unusual?
We try to work with as many of our brothers and sisters as we possibly can, as the evidence allows, as things, we work with our adjacent counties here all the time, Greene County, Sullivan, Unicoi, even on to Johnson and down West Tennessee. But to go to a different state altogether is very rare, but we jump at the opportunity if that's where the case leads us.
If convicted, what kind of time are these folks facing?
That would be up to the judge and the DA's office, but depending on criminal history, depending on, different factors that the judge has to consider, it could be anything from probation to prison time. I'm unsure of that.
Is there advice or anything like that that you could give to folks watching tonight, how they can identify if they're a victim before they send off the money? What kind of things do they need to look for to know, okay, this is not real, this is a scam?
Well, if we always say, and the public has heard this many, many times from us, if it seems too good to be true, then it usually is. If somebody wants to send you money and then ask for money to be sent back to them, that's a red flag. There are these people, unfortunately, prey on the elderly. So, if you hear something, if somebody calls you, I had one call me today, afraid that this was a scam and was asking our advice. It doesn't take but 30 seconds to call us here at the sheriff's office and run something by us and ask us if this seems legitimate. Pay attention to Facebook. Pay attention to the news media. We release things quite often on scams and different things that are, people out here posing as officers and things. We're not out to collect money. We're not out to arrest you. If we're going to arrest you, we're going to be at your front door. You're going to have handcuffs on. We're not going to tell you over the phone. If the United States government is going to arrest you, they're not going to put an arrest warrant out and let you know over the phone that they've put an arrest warrant out, and there's no way on this earth that you can pay your way out of it. So just realize that if it sounds too good to be true, we don't threaten people. The U.S. government does not threaten people. So if you're threatened with court and litigation and this and that, that's usually a scam. So if you're in question, call the sheriff's department here. If you're outside of our jurisdiction, call your local PD or sheriff's department and just run it by them. It just takes a few seconds and could save you thousands.
And so I guess in this particular case, you're saying that the victim was told that they were at risk of having to go to court if they didn't pay this money in gift cards and that sort of thing?
That's correct.
Talk me through so I kind of get the idea to tell the story.
Well, just like any other time that anybody else is vulnerable, you can hit something. Just for instance, you can hit something real quick and become an Amazon Prime member just like that and then get yourself in over your head. It's the same kind of stuff. You hit the different link, or you hit a wrong link on the internet or through a text message or something like that. They'll get your information, and then it may send you, not in this case, but it may send you to some explicit site. And because of that, they begin to threaten you that everybody's going to know, you're going to have to go to court and stand in front of a judge if you don't pay, your family's going to know, you're going to have world of embarrassment. I mean, they'll pull all stops to attempt to threaten you, scare you, and that's kind of what happened in this instance. The victim was just scared and felt like they needed to pay the money, and felt also that this was the real people talking to them.
Who were they pretending to be?
They were pretending to be the United States FBI. Do not. Thank you all for being here.